Hi, I'm Mrs. McGee, and I'm here to help explain an SAT practice problem. And here's our problem. If y equals x cubed plus 2x plus 5, and z equals x squared plus 7x plus 1, what is 2y plus z in terms of x? So what they want us to do, they're asking us to take this problem right here, 2y plus z, and we're going to substitute in, it tells us this whole thing equals y, so we're going to substitute that in for y, and it tells us this whole thing is z, we are going to substitute that in for z. Now be careful, this has a numerical coefficient, a number, in front of y. So we're going to have to put a parenthesis there because we need to multiply 2 by everything y is. So we're going to put parenthesis, x cubed plus 2x plus 5. And then we have a plus sign. And to be safe, I'm going to put this in parentheses as well. Technically, if it's a plus sign, you don't have to. But you need to be careful. If that's a minus sign, you are going to have to distribute a negative at least. There might be a number in front of that too. But distribute a negative, in essence, you change all of these signs. But since it's a plus, it's like a plus 1, and we'll get there in a sec. So now, because we have a number outside of a quantity, we're going to need to distribute, use our distributive property. So 2 times x cubed, you just shove those together. If you had more than one variable, then that'd be different. But here you multiply the 2 times 2, and it's a positive 4, and just bring the x along. And then 2 times a positive 5. So in essence, if there's no sign, it's positive. Positive 2 times positive 5 to get a positive 10. So that's done. Over here, we could just drop the parentheses, but I want to show you, it's like we haven't understood 1 there. And if we do the same thing, if we distribute, we're going to get the same thing that we started with. And that is always the case if it's a positive 1. If it were a negative, these signs would change. Okay, now we want to combine like terms. And you start with the highest power alphabetically. Now we only have x, that's why they say in terms of x. So we don't have to worry about a's and b's and such. But if you have more than one, alphabetical highest power first. So they're all x's, except this one doesn't have any. So that'll be last, the number's always last. So the highest power of x would be x cubed. There are no other x cubes in here. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it down here. After x cubed would be x squared. Now I have 2x squareds here. I guess I don't. I only have 1x squared, and it's right here. So that comes right there. Next would be x's, or x to the first. And I have this one right here. If you'll take the sign with it, you can add. So I'm going to take the positive 4 and positive 7. Now, because they're the same signs, I'm going to add. If they were 2 negatives, you would add 2 negatives. Like if these were both negatives, that'd give you a negative 11x. If they're like signs, you add. If they're opposite signs, you're going to subtract. Take the sign of the larger number. Why do I say that? Because on the test, you might have opposite signs. But these are alike, so we're just going to add 4 and 7 to get 11, and the x just tags along there. And then as far as numbers, we have a positive 10 and a positive 1. Again, because they're like signs, we're going to add 10 plus 1 to give us 11. Now, this should be our answer. Let's see if it corresponds to one over here. It looks like it is C. 2x cubed plus x squared plus 11x plus 11. I hope that helps you understand the problem better.